Hello, Internet Magic Man here again from MMOBomb.com, and today on this episode of Pay or Play to Win, we're taking a look at a very popular free-to-play MMO, Allods Online. Now, this has had a pretty controversial cash shop over the years here, so we're going to take a look and make a decision on whether or not the game is pay or play to win. Now, before we get started taking a look at the cash shop, I think it's important to set up our definitions here. In my book, pay to win means if you pay, you have a distinct advantage that I, as a free-to-play player, do not have access to. I don't care about time versus money. That's not pay to win in my book. I don't care about stats gear in a cash shop as long as the basic player that doesn't spend money has access to that same gear or gear with the same type of stats. To me, the game is only considered pay to win if you as a paying customer have access to items that I do not, and those items influence your ability to be a better player at the game than myself. Now, of course, every game's going to have some things in the cash shop that you may just want to buy, and Allods is no exception to those, but are they game-breaking? Let's take a look. I've got Overwolf on here, so we are able to access the cash shop in the game here. A lot of Allods fans will remember that when the cash shop first was introduced, the first controversy that they went through was the price points. There were things that were ridiculously expensive for no apparent reason. People were very surprised at how expensive some items from the cash shop were. So, after a little while, the economy fixes itself, prices become a little more balanced, but a game mechanic that was introduced in a patch actually pretty much broke the game, especially if you were a raider. There was a time when your death impacted your gear and or your overall stats, and the only way to remove those negative impacts, which, by the way, did stack, so if you were a raider practicing a boss and you died multiple times, these debuffs stacked up on you. The only way to remove them was through a cash shop item. However, that caused a lot of the player base to leave, and again was rectified. So, at least we can say that the Allods team has learned from quite a few things. Now, there's still some aspects of the game that are up for debate. So let's take a look. Let's open up the old cash shop here. Alright, so you can see we've got a ton of things, and items are bought with gems, which are, or G potatoes, same thing really. You can convert the G potatoes into gems, and there you go. Now the price point is about a penny, I believe. It's been a while since I've done it, so let's take a look just to make sure. You see, I do have some G potatoes left over. I don't know. I don't want to exchange. I don't want to exchange. Where's my purchased G potatoes? No, I don't want to buy a holy box. Alright, we'll go with the last time I was in there. It was, you spent about 10 bucks and you got about 1,000. So that may or may not be right. You have to take a look at the cash shop. Anyway, I have spent money in the game for mounts and things like that. So let's take a look real quick here. Popular items include mounts, things that unlock abilities to create an incarnation. This item allows you to create additional incarnations. So ability modifiers that aren't game-breaking. They just give you a little bit of an extra boost on stats and abilities that you already have. So on sale right now, just some mounts, no big deal. Runes, you get these. These are your little crystal chips that you use in-game to purchase other things. Patronage. Now, this can somewhat lend itself a little bit to pay to win, but not really. They are timed blessings, and you can get blessings in the game, so not game breaking. Let's take a look at services, because this is a big one. Things like upgrading your logs so that you can hold more quests. Your emboss license allows you to change the design on guild stuff. These aren't pay to play or pay to win either, but they are services that you're probably going to want to be able to carry more quests, things like that. Currency, not a big deal. We've already talked about this, where you can buy different currencies to convert to crystals that are used as currency in-game. In fact, for the 1-year anniversary, they've been mailing these to players, these 100 premium crystal things, so you can get them as events as well. These are your resets, your respecs that you're going to need if you want to respec your talents at all. Now, the Holy Charms are the big one, and they're free now, so you don't have to pay for them, but you always had to have them on you. When you die, you can get Tep's Curse on a random item. Now, it doesn't happen to regular items. It's only things that are rare or above, and it can hit any gear slot on your person. However, if you don't have a piece of gear equipped in the slot that it randomly hits, well, then you got lucky. Nothing happens to you getting attacked. Son of a... Harpy, I'm trying to make a video here. Damn harpies, no consideration. Alright, so back to the Holy Charms. What the curse did was, if it hit a rare or better item, and it hit a slot that had one of those items in it, it would invert the stats on the item. So if you had plus 20 to strength, now you had negative 20 to strength. Now the Holy Charm, as long as you had them on you, when the curse tried to hit you, it would consume 1 Holy Charm, and the curse wouldn't hit you. These were made free, so that you didn't have to actually spend cash to get them anymore. And in an upcoming patch on May 30th, these will actually no longer be needed for Tep's Curse, because it's not going to happen. They're removing that from the game in 3.0.2, which launches May 30th. You still need Holy Charms, though, because it is possible to pick up items that are already cursed when you get you know, loots from different things. Ballots, that's for a quest. Don't worry about it. So, again, storage, leveling, these are all things that you're probably going to want to buy. Travel or the mounts, things like that. Potions to make you stronger. Again, you can get potions and things like that in-game that will give you stats, and they do have duration times anyway, so it's nothing that's changing you forever. You can get chests that have a chance to obtain, have rare items in the game. You do need the imbued key to open any chest. If I remember right, though, there are other keys that drop. They're just chest specific. You viewers have to correct me on that one if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. So here's the deal. I mean, looking at it, these are your permits to learn 2nd and 3rd professions. Again, just opening up more options, more quests, more professions, and everything. So taking a look through the cash shop, you don't see anything that's remarkably pay to win. Now, I will tell you, you are going to want to spend money on codexes of knowledge at the very least, because Allods does get grindy. This particular character is level 20. Just to give you an idea of what I need to get to level 21 there, you need 59,850 to get the level. Wait. Oh yeah, okay, that's needed to level. Perfect. Yeah, 59,850. So we're not even close. And let's take a look here. Now this is about 5-6 levels below me here, so no biggie, but just to give you an idea of the experience rate here, and the questing experience isn't much better if you don't have any Codex of Knowledge. Yeah, getting 0 experience there. Too weak. But the experience rate does become grindy very quickly, and with a level cap of 51, you are going to want to spend money on a Codex of Knowledge. Pay to win? No. definitely a perk that you're gonna want to buy, unless you have nothing but time. And I don't have a problem with the game being grindy. I mean, I remember, and you guys probably remember, back in the day playing EverQuest, it took months to get a max level tune, and boy, the times have changed on that one. But so I'm not particularly against the grind, because I have fun questing. I'm a quest grinder anyway. But unless you've got a ton of time, you're going to want to spend some money there. Also, you're going to want to spend money on feed for your mounts. That way you can get their stats better. And you'll see I have feed here because I've spent money on both this mount so that I could get it early, and feed. And you want to be able to feed those mounts so that they level up, their speed gets better and better, and the mount just becomes improved across the board. So that's another item you're probably going to want to invest in. Now, as far as gameplay mechanics, you can reach level cap without paying a dime if you have the time. You can do your instances, do your raids and things like that without paying a dime. But I will tell you that there are some big guilds in the game, some big raiding guilds, that are going to expect, if you're raiding with them, they are going to expect you to have certain items that are cash shop only items. Doesn't mean you have to spend it, but if you join one of those types of guilds that's pretty hardcore about raiding in Allods, they are going to expect you to have certain potions and certain pieces that help with the endgame gearing and stats of your character, especially during a raid. So, final analysis, you're going to want to spend money. Experience scrolls, mounts, feed, certain things at endgame if you're in one of the top tier guilds. However, especially with Tep's Curse and Holy Charms becoming free and then Tep's Curse ultimately being removed, my final verdict, personally, are there any game-breaking mechanics that make this pay to win? No. You're definitely going to want to spend money, but to me, Allods Online is play to win. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe to the show here. Come on over to MMOBomb.com and check out all the other great shows we've got running there, and just hang out with us. It's a great community. We have some fun. Until next time, guys, I'm Magic Man, telling you, as always, be safe, and I'll see you on the servers.